Normally I wouldn't do this because usually my landing net is probably the dirtiest and smelliest piece of fishing equipment that I own. But today I got a brand new net. It's never been used before. First time using it. And I wanted to show it to you. This is a Ranger net. I bought it from Shields, which is a sporting goods store chain around here in the Midwest. I think they carry these Ranger nets at most of the big box sporting goods stores, the Bass Pro, Cabela's. I think they carry them. The model number is not written on it. I'll just put it up on the screen here because I don't have it memorized. It's got a telescoping handle that goes out to 7 feet. At its collapsed length, I think it's 4 feet, and then it goes out to 7, and then if you add on the 2 feet length of the hoop, that will have a grand total of 9 feet of extension. My previous net was 10 total feet. My previous net had an 8-foot handle, and but this only has a 7-foot handle. 9 feet, still pretty good, still pretty long net. Yeah, I can really reach out, get a fish good with this net. So the reason I got a new net is because I broke my current net this morning, actually. And I've had this, I bought this a few months ago because I knew I was eventually gonna break that net. You know, nets break. So I broke it in kind of a stupid way. Maybe that video has already been published, I don't remember. But anyway, this one's a little heavier duty than my previous net. If you want to see what my previous net is, I'll leave that in the description too, and the model number and stuff will be of this will be in the description too. But my previous net, the tubes from the hoop just went directly into the center pole here, where this one has these extra add-on brackets on the side. And it's really strong, really heavy duty. This is where my net broke this morning. The hoop just broke right off. So this is really heavy duty. And I think the handle on this newer net, this Ranger net, is made of a slightly heavier gauge. Maybe you can see that way how thick the aluminum is there. Yeah, with the thicker aluminum and heavier duty bracket holding the hoop on, and I think the hoop is actually even a little thicker aluminum too, but overall it weighs a little more. I didn't weigh this, but I just can tell immediately just from holding it that it's not like twice as much or anything like that, but it weighs a little bit more. Not a huge deal. It's still relatively light for how big of a net it is. I think the hoop is actually, I think the hoop might be 30 long and 25 wide. You can look up the specs if you're interested in this hoop, and it's 2 feet deep. The net is, and it's got a big round bottom in the netting. The netting is rubber coated, PVC coated, so it's going to be super durable and pretty gentle on the fish. And I don't know, I'm excited to get a big fish in this net. Hopefully I can get it done today. Today's hook bait is spicy sriracha corn. That's just feed corn soaked in sriracha sauce. And I'm going to be putting that on the hair rig. And this pack bait for today is just a mix of oats and sweet feed pellets, a can of cream corn, and some boiled feed corn. And some vanilla, I think I put some in there too. This is leftover from the last fishing trip. It's been in the fridge. That's one benefit of making the bait in a bag like this, is when you have some left over, you can just stick this in the fridge, save it for the next trip. If you use a big bucket, bucket usually doesn't fit in the fridge unless you got a lot of space in your fridge. But this is the way I like to do it. That's it. Just 99% rig with 2 ounces of lead. There's the pack bait. There's the spicy feed corn. Well, Well, I guess I don't get to try out my new net tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Alright, well, it's a new day and it's a new spot. I didn't get to use my net last night. That's alright. You know, I think I was kind of due for a skunk anyway, so see if I can change that today. Alright, first things first, need to get some bait marinating here. Used up all my bait last night, don't have any leftovers. As usual, sweet feed, oats. I brought 2 of them today. I think today I'm going to start out with some cream corn. In goes the cream corn. I think I'm going to go with a can of fruit cocktail in syrup. I'm going to put that in along with the cream corn. Yeah, grapes, pears, peaches, a couple of cherries. Yeah, that'll be fun. Give that a toss. Alright, 10-15 minutes, let that marinate and get my rods set up. And to go along with that fruity, sweet pack bait, we're going to mix in some spicy with that. These are spicy sriracha tiger nuts. I just prepared a new batch of them about a week ago, and they've been soaking in the sriracha sauce in the fridge for about a week. Nice and spicy and flavorful. These are quickly becoming my favorite bait. And I get quite a few people ask, where do you buy these if you want to make them yourself? Search for chufa seeds, C-H-U-F-A. That's what these are. Tiger nuts is just a marketing term that was made up to sell these as snack food for hippies. But chufa seeds is what these really are. You can buy these from a seed company, and that's where I get mine. I buy them online from a seed company, chufa. Okay, here it is, 99% rig. There's that fruity pack bait. There's those spicy chufa seeds. If you want to see how I put this rig together, I've got a video specifically all about this rig. You can find that on my channel. And you know, I've got it in the description. Look in the description if you're ever wondering about what kind of gear I'm using. Fishing rods, reels, bait, rigs, hooks, whatever. It's all in the description. Big list of gear in the description. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. Got wind today, blowing about 20-25, kind of in a from the left to right here in front of me. It's gonna make it a little challenging, but wind is good, keeps the jet skiers away. And the water's up, I'm guessing probably about 2 feet since last time I was here, and because of that and the wind, I'm not going to be casting out quite as far as I have been in the past. Maybe only 30-40 yards off the bank here. We'll see how that goes. My thinking behind that is that since the water's up, then there's all sorts of new shoreline that has not been underwater in a while that the fish have access to now. So I would think there's all sorts of food particles and things that were in the rocks and along the shore that you know, got put into the water system. So I'm thinking there's probably some fish up close to the shoreline picking up all that stuff that's getting knocked around by the waves and the wind. Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of Getting Skunked with Tom. Today I'm getting skunked at this place. And before I show you what bait I'm going to use to get skunked today, I've got kind of an important announcement. Ta-da! I fixed my old net. Yeah, the past couple fishing trips, I had a brand new net because I broke this one and never got a chance to use that brand new net. It's still in brand new condition. It's hanging back up in my garage. I fixed my old one. I didn't think I could, but it actually worked out really well. It was broken here, right where the hoop goes into the handle here. It was just sheared off. And I just cut the ends off, the rough ends, and very carefully and meticulously bent these aluminum tube to fit back into the handle here. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I thought for sure that the aluminum tube was going to kink and break. But I just took my time and got it done. And originally the net had two self-tapping screws in here, just in one side. But I changed that out. I put some stainless steel bolts and lock nuts on there. And this thing is actually, it's better than it was new. It's rock solid. The hoop might be an inch or two smaller in diameter because I, took off some of this, the tubing of the hoop, but it's still a big old net. It's going to catch a big old carp. So this old trusty old net's going to continue to be the main co-star in on this YouTube channel for the foreseeable future, but maybe someday that brand new net will make an appearance. Time to get some bait made here. Starting out with 21 ounces of old-fashioned oats, a couple handfuls of 12% sweet feed. This is horse feed, little pellets. And I'm gonna go with something pretty simple here. All I'm going to do is dump a jar of crushed pineapple in here, and that's going to be it. Crushed pineapple, juice and all. Seal that up, mix it up. Okay, that needs to sit 10-15 minutes and be ready to fish. And hook bait today is going to be spicy sriracha tiger nuts. I get asked this question a lot in the comments. Where do I get the tiger nuts? Where do I get the tiger nuts? I buy them online from a seed company, and they're not called tiger nuts. Tiger nuts is just a marketing term that's used to sell them as snack food. What you want to search for, just bring up Google and type chufa seeds, C-H-U-F-A. You will be able to buy dried chufa seeds, and what you do is you just prepare those just like you would dried feed corn. You soak it overnight and then boil it for like 30 minutes and rehydrate them, and this is what you get. And you can flavor them however you want, and when they're dried they're all shriveled up and wrinkly like a raisin. You rehydrate them and they're still real nice and firm. They're like the consistency of like a nut. I'm sure that's why they have that nickname, because they're kind of hard but still a little bit tender, kind of like a peanut. All right, here it is, pineapple oats, spicy tiger nuts, going out. Now I'm fishing deeper water today than I have the past few weeks. And the reason why I'm kind of moving over to a deeper water spot is because it's cooling down. It's starting to cool down today. It's kind of cooler than it has been. It's not, it's going to get up to like 75 today, but the water's cooling down. I'm guessing the water's probably in the low 70s, and I think the fish are probably going to be spending more time in the deeper water these days, just for some temperature stability, because it's been getting down into the 50s at night and around the low 80s in the day typically. So I think the deeper stuff might be the key today, I hope. When I say deeper, I'm casting about 60-70 yards out and trying to hit about 20-22 feet out there. This is a deeper area out here, and it doesn't drop off real fast, but like I said, about 60 yards out it gets down to about 22 feet, and it kind of stays about that depth for a long ways after that. And where I've been fishing the past few weeks in this river has been more in the 6 to 7 foot depths. You know. Oh, there's an eagle right there. I'm sure it looks tiny on the GoPro. Huge. Yeah, and I felt that hit the bottom. That was a good, I'm right at about probably 20 feet. All right, so a little bit about the conditions I'm fishing here today. As you can see, it's overcast. Temps are in the upper 60s right now. It's about it's about 1:30 in the afternoon, and I didn't pick this particular time to start fishing for any reason that has to do with fishing. It's just the time that I was able to get here. Oh, there goes another eagle. Wow. These are juvenile bald eagles, and they just keep flying by to check me out. They're flying just back and forth right over top of me. I think they got a nest up here on the cliff somewhere, because when I walked up here, I did see an eagle take off out of the trees when I came over here. It's just a real rocky, sandy beach here that's just packed full of driftwood. I mean, behind me, on all sides of me here, there's just piles and piles of driftwood. I had to walk over giant mounds of it just to get here to this spot. And there's a smell. I mean, I'm sure here in this driftwood, there's several dead fish mixed in with the driftwood. So every once in a while, I get a little whiff, but it's not bad. It's not that chilly. I'm wearing the sweatshirt mostly because of the bugs. When I walked over here earlier just to scout it out before I brought any of my fishing stuff, I got like 5 bug bites on my back through my shirt. So I put the sweatshirt on, haven't been getting bit since. Yeah, it's a nice day. I like that it's cloudy. I haven't seen a single boat or a jet ski or anything go by since I've been here. Hopefully it stays that way. So, but hopefully there's some big fish that are feeding in the area today, and you know, we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. These little Japanese beetles are everywhere today. Alright, it's been 4 hours. I've only seen 2 fish. I haven't had any bites. I think that going to fish in the deep water today was not the right choice. Who knows, maybe the shallow water is not going to work either, but that's what I'm going to try. So I'm going to pick up and move. We're heading for shallow water. Alright, I've only been here 10 minutes. I've seen 3 fish crash the surface already. Baits are already out. I'm feeling a lot better about this. Let's see what happens. Got something. This is like a catfish bite. Alright, that fish got away. It's alright, it's alright. At the first place Those Japanese beetles were pretty bad. They were just everywhere, just crawling all over you all the time. That was annoying. And there aren't any here. But the mosquitoes are real bad. So, I don't know. As long as I'm catching fish, I don't care. That's the 5th fish I've seen here in just the first 10 minutes I've been here. I can't even sit down, I'm so excited. Fishing all afternoon, seeing nothing. And all of a sudden I get here and it's like bam, bam, fish, 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 bite, fish, fish. I'm just ready, I'm just ready to grab that rod like a ninja. Well, have you seen enough bait making in this video yet? I don't know, when you go fishing a lot, you make bait a lot. This pineapple oats from today is almost gone, so I'm gonna make some more here. Pineapple oats going in with the new oats. This will be the garbage bag. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with cream corn. In it goes. I'm gonna stick with the pineapple theme here, and I'm just gonna dump some of this in there. I don't usually use Jello. I don't remember why I have this, but I do. And I'm just dumping it all in there. Cream corn, pineapple Jello, oats, and sweet feed pellets. Okay. Man, when is this guy gonna catch a fish already? Jeez. Yeah, same thing's going through my head. I tell you what, tomorrow I'm going to some smaller water, and if I have any luck there, I'll just go ahead and cut straight to the action right now. We have some action here. We had some action. What in the world? Well, after 4 skunked fishing trips, I've had some time to do some thinking about what might be going on here, and I have a theory. Now, first of all, some of you who might know what you're talking about, you might be thinking that the second spawn is going on, right? It's fall. Sometimes carp spawn a second time in the fall. The bite can just turn off for a few weeks, and that's a good idea, and that had occurred to me also, but I don't think that's what's going on right now. Nuisance fish messing with my lines. Yeah, I don't think that's what's going on right now for 2 reasons. First is I've spent a lot of hours out here fishing these last 4 trips, observing the lake or the river or wherever I was at, and I didn't see any evidence of spawning behavior. I didn't see the usual carp chasing each other around or going up into the shallows, splashing around into the shallows, all that stuff. Didn't see any evidence of that. And also, it seems like it might be a little early for that. We're still in the first couple weeks of September. Still getting highs in the mid 80s during the day. It's not really fall yet. So anyway, I don't think that's what's going on. Could be, but now the theory I'm thinking about, we have to go all the way back to April, to this spring. And that's because in April was the last time that we got any decent amount of rain in this area. We've had drought all summer long, real bad drought. Everything was dry and crispy. Lots of plants went into dormancy. There were just way less insects this summer than normal. It's just a drought, you know, a lot less stuff going on as far as the ecosystem goes. And just in the last 2 weeks or so, we finally started getting some decent rains. We've had like 4 or 5 days of good solid rains where we get like, you know, half, 3/4 of an inch of rain. And with those rains, they wash all sorts of things into the water, all sorts of food and food type things into the water. And the rains also perked up everything else. All the plants kind of greened up and kind of livened up again. Same with the insects. Insects came back. There's a lot more insects right now than there were 3 weeks ago. And with all these new food sources, you know, pouring into these lakes and rivers and stuff around here, these fish got a lot of food choices. And frankly, they're probably sitting pretty fat and happy right now and aren't feeling motivated to be going out aggressively looking for food and feeding for food. I don't know, that's just a theory. Of course, we don't really know what's going on under the water out there. So that's what I've been sitting here thinking about today as I've been thinking while I'm getting skunked for my 4th time in a row. Who knows if there's going to be a 5th or a 6th time. Who knows how long this streak's going to keep going. But I hope your fishing's been going a lot better than mine has lately. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you on the next one.